Good afternoon. Welcome to the Special Report PM edition. You're with Chris Olcorn and Colette Linden and Mike.
Thank you, Mike, for letting us know we were live on the air.
Yeah. I started laughing. I'm like, the red light.
I'm pulling up this thing so I can see people's comments. They're like, you guys are live. Really? Wow. Okay.
The red light indicated that. The Premier is talking today with the Minister of Health and / Deputy Premier. We do need to get a camera in there.
Yeah, we do.
It's like a bird's eye view of what's going on in there.
Bird's eye view of what goes back there. Kevin and Mike in the rooms there. Like maybe a wide angle, get some both.
But I think we should get control as to when we go to that.
We should have a button.
Yeah, like the idiot button.
Yeah, like on radio, like when you're going to cough, there's a button you press.
Oh, very good.
So that's why you never hear coughing on radio unless someone's pretending that's really sick. But there's a button you press and then it disappears. We need a button that just randomly will go to them whenever we press it.
I agree.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah,
we'll call our cough into the...
No, we'll call it the
maybe
idiot
use
button.
it a cough button right now with COVID-19. We'll use it. We'll call it something different.
Good point. We're not allowed to sing at work. We're not allowed to sing to our kids in daycare centers. We're not allowed to sing at church. But we can.
You can whistle though, which apparently is fine.
What? Are you not like
That's what I don't understand.
Saliva when you whistle?
I would think would go further.
I think so too.
More than moist singing.
Enough with that word. Anyway, the Premier and the Deputy Premier / Minister, and Minister of Health is going to be joining it. But there's no announcement today. This is just simply for the media to ask questions. Yeah. So I think what we're going to do is when we see him, we're going to throw to him and just hear what he's got to say. Yeah. And then depending on what kind of questions are coming out, and I don't know, we'll judge it. We'll judge it. What do you think?
Him or Elliot could have
there's our 2-minute guy.
Short statement to make, but there's no big announcement today, so you're not going to see any big funding announcement. But he could talk about how many tests we're able to do now, because yesterday we were back up to about 24,000 again.
That's impressive,
isn't it?
We've been
over 21,000 now for almost a week each day. So.
But you were saying that's probably in relation to people who wanting to go to see their loved ones at the retirement home, old age homes.
Because our positivity rate is 0.7% now,
so
which is the lowest positivity rate we've had.
It's just residents going to get checked to see so they can go see their families. So again, if you do want to see your family, that does open this weekend, I believe. Or no, yes.
No, Thursday.
Yeah. And you need a 2-week or 14 days.
14 days. Tested negative in the last 14 days.
Right. So we're just kind of jibber-jabbering until we see the Premier out right now. You're not going to hear much of anything. Just kidding. We do have an awesome show today. Why don't we throw Arch up? I just want to remind everyone in the community that Arch needs our help. They need some funds to keep everything going. There you'll see archhospice.ca/COVID-19 relief. Please help them out as best way you can. And here's the Premier. We'll be right back after the Premier and the Minister of Health speak.
Well, good afternoon. It's been 3 months to the day since our government made the difficult but necessary decision to declare a provincial emergency. We pulled out every single stop to fight this virus. We used every tool at our disposal. We left absolutely nothing on the table. Our heroic frontline healthcare workers stepped up. Thousands of businesses stepped up. We had an army of 14.5 million people who went above and beyond. Our frontline responders put themselves in harm's way each and every day to keep us safe. Thousands of retired nurses and medical students enlisted to answer calls to Telehealth Ontario or help with contact tracing. 4,300 people put up their hand to help our seniors. Ontario businesses answered the call as well. We mobilized the manufacturing might of Ontario to support our healthcare heroes in the fight against COVID-19. Hundreds of businesses retooled their operations to make critical medical supplies and equipment. Thanks to their help, we've secured over 10,000 ventilators for our stockpile, 123 million masks, 4 million face shields, 173 million surgical gloves, and 21 million gowns. It was absolutely incredible, and I thank you. And when COVID-19 took a toll on people's livelihoods, we acted quickly to provide relief for Ontario families and businesses. Our government immediately developed a $200 million social services relief fund to support food banks, shelters, and those most in need. We put money back in the pockets of 1.5 million families by providing a one-time payment of $200 per child. We gave people a break on their hydro bills by providing a fixed off-peak electricity rate 24/7 for families, small businesses, and farms. We helped businesses stay afloat with a $10 billion relief package, including tax deferrals and WSIB premium relief. And we worked with our federal partners to set up a $900 million commercial rent relief program to help small businesses through these difficult times. My friends, in 3 short months, we have made tremendous progress, and we're not going to stop. We have to keep going. Because of that progress, because of our collective efforts, more businesses are opening their doors. More people are going back to work and taking home a paycheck again. And we all know all of Ontario will join them very soon. But we must remain on guard. My friends, make no mistake, tough challenges lie ahead. But I'm confident Team Ontario will come back and come back stronger than ever before. If we stick together, if we keep looking out for each other, we will chart a path to a strong and prosperous recovery. Thank you, and God bless the people of Ontario. Now I'll invite Minister Elliott up to say a few words. Thank you.
Thank you, Premier, and good afternoon. To say that the last few months have been unprecedented would be an understatement. It's been a time defined by its disruption, not only to our health system and economy, but to the lives of every single Ontarian. Nearly 5 months after identifying our first confirmed case of COVID-19 and 3 months after declaring a state of emergency, there are unmistakable signs that we're making real progress in our fight against this virus. For the 4th day in a row, Ontario reported fewer than 200 new cases of COVID-19. And for more than a week now, Ontario has added more resolved than new cases, meaning fewer and fewer active cases in the province. In fact, since Tuesday of last week, there are over 1,400 fewer active cases in Ontario. Hospitalizations, ICU admissions, and patients on ventilators also continue to decline. Every day, a clear majority of public health units report fewer than 5 cases, with many of them reporting no new cases at all. With Ontario continuing to lead the country in daily testing, our positivity rate remains at all-time lows. Our journey as a province has not been without loss. But during these trying times, we've also seen the very best of our province. Retired nurses and doctors joining heroic frontline workers, each of whom put themselves in harm's way to keep our families safe. Businesses retooling production lines to help manufacture desperately needed supplies. And neighbors coming together to do what may seem like the simplest of gestures, banging pots and pans in the evening, but which serves as a daily reminder that here in Ontario, we always have each other's backs. Because of this shared resolve, we are able to continue to safely reopen our province as each of us adjusts to our new normal. As we do, more and more families are going back to work. Ontarians are safely enjoying each other's company as they build their social circles. Scheduled surgeries are resuming, helping more Ontarians receive the care they need and have waited for. And friends, family, and caregivers are reuniting with loved ones in long-term care homes, retirement communities, hospitals, and other residential care settings as visits resume under safe conditions. None of this would have been possible without the strength and determination of all Ontarians. Together, we will continue to stop the spread of COVID-19. We will beat this virus. Thank you.
Okay, we'll go to the phone line for questions. First question.
First question comes from Julianne Lamoureux from Radio Canada. Please go ahead.
Hi, Julianne.
So, hi, good afternoon, Premier. We've come a long way.
And welcome back. That was Doug Ford and Christine Elliott. She's the Deputy Premier and also the Health Minister as well. Mm-hmm. So they gave us a little bit of an update there. There's not any big announcement today. but basically they were congratulating the people of Ontario for all participating, and most participating anyways, in helping to stop the spread of COVID-19. And speaking of spreading, we have a lot of people today who are posting
I don't
comments.
know where this one's going, but holy smokes.
There's a lot of comments being
thanks for clarifying that comment.
into our Facebook Live chat right now. Is what I'm trying to say.
Share away. I want to hear.
Yes.
I want to hear.
So, good afternoon to Erica, Tammy Lynn, Rachel, Cindy, Aaron, and also Juliana, and
what are those
Alex, who also works here.
Oh, Alex and Aaron. There's a lot of pictures over there.
Yeah, there's a lot of photos.
We're scrolling. We never get to scroll.
I'm literally scrolling through a lot of comments.
This is amazing. So, well, I need to know what all these pictures are. Maybe on the commercial break, you can take a look at those.
Yeah, they're all gifts
hello to everyone and welcome.
Mr. Bean dancing and stuff.
Mr. Bean dancing. You doing one of these? Oh, speaking of dancing, I got one for you. Guess what opened today?
The first French debate of the Conservative Party.
Yes, but Winners opens today at the Cambrian Mall.
I got the announcements mixed up.
God, get with it, man. Yes, so if you want to go shop some brand names and get some shoes, and I'll see you there this afternoon. Get there this afternoon, so 11 to 8, I believe. So we're very excited about that. How excited are we? We got a cheer. Anyway, thank you to Casey Security for your sponsorship. We failed to mention that, or maybe we didn't. Maybe I just forgot. I just want to remind you that June is Pride Month. Sault Ste. Marie is doing a lot around this. Today they had a Pride Let's Chat and was hosted by Strong Minds, who is Amanda Lambert, who is the owner of Strong Minds and has such a kick-ass celebrity name, right? Amanda Lambert. I
always confuse her with the country singer. Every time you say that, I'm like, oh, the country.
I know. I know. She does so much for the community, and we appreciate that. There's another event coming up that we'll tell you about after this commercial break.
Did you know that 1 in 3 people are affected by fire in their lifetime? Or that 1 in 3 fire deaths happen in homes with no working smoke alarms? You may have just seconds to safely escape a fire in your home. That's why early detection of fire is absolutely vital. Only working smoke alarms provide those precious seconds you and your family need to safely escape. Install smoke alarms on every story and outside all sleeping areas of your home. For added protection, install a smoke alarm in every bedroom. Test smoke alarms monthly by pressing the test button. If the alarm doesn't sound, install a new battery. Replace alarm batteries at least once a year and whenever the low battery warning chirps. And if the alarm still doesn't sound, replace the alarm with a new one. Smoke alarms have an expiry date. Remember to check the back of the smoke alarm for dates of manufacture.
Replacement is within the time frame on the manufacturer's instructions. In most cases, 7 to 10 years. Always replace expired alarms.
Remember, it's the law in Ontario to have working smoke alarms on every story of your home and outside all sleeping areas.
Failure to comply with the Ontario Fire Code requirements could result in a fine or even jail time.
So protect yourself and your loved ones by ensuring that all your smoke alarms are functional and up to code. For more fire safety information, please visit www.saultestemarie.ca/firesafe.
Welcome back. Thank you for joining us in this afternoon edition of a special report with Chris and Colette. Thank you to Casey Security for your sponsorship. We have some more Facebook comments.
Yeah, our chat has gone wild. Literally here. I'm like...
March break camp. Yeah. There's spring break.
So, hi to Nicole, Emma.
Hi, Nicole and Emma.
Colette's mom.
Hi, Mommy.
Cindy. Erica also said that the lineup at Winners is down to the food court. So if anyone has photos of the lineup at Winners, if you could send us that here. If you could send it to mike@superiormedia.ca or mike@siouxonline.ca, that'll get to our producer and we can then put it up on the screen.
That's upsetting.
That's a long lineup, yeah. Erica has a photo. Where do I send it? I will.
Erica, you rock.
Mike has already put it in. So yes, so we might have a picture of winners by the end of the show.
It is not going to discourage me.
No, it isn't?
No.
You're going to go over there and I'm assuming very comfortable shoes, maybe take a sleeping bag?
When do I wear comfortable shoes?
Take one of those folding out chairs you use at the beach.
I will.
You might have to. It'd be tiring to stand at the food court all the way to Winners.
How about I stand outside? If you give me the weather, I'll know if I can do that or not.
Would you like the weather?
Let's go.
Okay, we can do weather. Weather's good right now.
Oh, wow. Wow.
It is 28 degrees Celsius. Feels over 30 with the Humidex. Could go down to as low as 17. Tomorrow we're going to be at 29, low of 18. Friday it will be a high of 31, low of 18. And there is a chance of some clouds on Friday, but it's still going to be a cooker out there. So we are going into this weekend looking like we could be the warmest place in the entire province of Ontario, which is a fantastic change.
And we have
loving that.
And you know what I want to say? Like I'm so thankful to live in this. You know, on the weekend I walked around the boardwalk. It's so beautiful here, and I actually sat down and took it all in, which was a nice change.
And they have beaver tails down there too.
They do, but that's not for me. But thank you.
Oh yeah, you can't have that. Sorry about that.
Conversation. Okay, so
for others it's good.
Yes, it is good. You threw me right off on that comment. Okay, Ernie Hardeman is the Minister of Agricultural and Rural Affairs. He met with representatives from the hog farmers and the beef and hog farmers. The government has offered $10 million to both industries, 5 each. This is going to help with helping them with their processing and the demand for processing to go quicker. Also, over to the hog farmers, they're getting an extra, or within that $5 million, $1.5 million is going to be sent out for us to take the food and then send it to food banks. So whatever's kind of been sitting around, as you know, the processing time has been delayed a little bit. So all that all that food that they have, instead of sitting there, is going to be shipped to the food banks. So I think that is a great initiative on our Premier's part, the government's part. So congratulations to the farmers, the hog farmers and the beef farmers. Congratulations. We need that for our food marks. So
and we do have the photo for Winners, so we're going to pop that up right now as we were mentioning it.
Okay. There. Oh my God, that's the dollar store. So we got to go.
Yeah, wow. That is like basically at the steps going down into the food court.
Well, you know, they have some fantastic merchandise at Winners, and I could do a sales pitch for them right now. But they should advertise with Sue Online.
They're going to have quite an issue spacing in that store too.
Well, I think that's probably the issue. They're trying to let so many people in, so clearly they're practicing. So awesome job on Winners' part. I will be there. I'll see you later. I can't wait to see the shoes. The province is refocusing on safe, gradual, and opening for their approach to opening. As we know, they're going to do it on a case-by-case basis. The government announced 31 public health unit regions across the province that may proceed to stage 2, which you've updated everybody on, which is awesome. People throughout Ontario are being encouraged to establish a social circle now, which you define. Why don't you define it again for our afternoon viewers?
Okay, so a social circle is you're allowed to have 10 people that you go within the 6 feet, so you don't have the social distance in your social circle, but there can be a max of 10 people in that social circle. You don't necessarily have to live with them, but you cannot have more than 10 in that social circle. And then a social gathering, you can have up to 10 people for a social gathering, but you have to social distance from the people you don't live with in a social gathering. That's the difference between social circle, social gathering.
All right.
So that's what that is. And actually, as far as public health units go, 19 of our 34 health units reported 0 new cases yesterday.
Oh, that's something to celebrate for sure. That's great.
And actually 81% of all new cases were in the 3 health units that are still stuck in stage 1, which is Toronto, Peel, and then Windsor, Essex. So they were 81% of all new cases on yesterday.
Okay, cool. On to some more news. National parks are to open campgrounds for existing reservations next week. So basically they were told they were shut down for overnight usage. You could go during the day and enjoy your outdoor activities during the day, but national parks. But now starting after Father's Day, which is Sunday. It's Father's Day on Sunday, by the way, everybody, June 21st. Make sure you have your ducks in order on that. Ducks in a row, not in order. Well, who orders ducks? Many parks have already been open, like I said, to day visits. But Parks Canada says Canadians who want to book a campsite at a national park should check the reservation website regularly for updates, as we know. Now, anybody who has booked accommodations, international travelers, this includes our American friends, they will be refunded and their reservation will be canceled. And that's going to be in effect till August 7th. So at the earliest, okay? Now, we do have something to talk about, but we're going to wait a little bit. It's the debate that's happening tonight.
Yes.
So when we come back from this commercial break, we're going to talk about the bilingual debate when people aren't bilingual. We'll be right back.
Ontario established a $100 million affordability fund to help Ontarians who don't qualify for low-income conservation programs ease the burden of their electricity bill. Whether you rent or own your home, as long as you pay your electric bill, you could qualify. There are 3 levels of support available. The first is a home energy kit with upgrades like smart power bars and LED light bulbs. The second includes Energy Star appliances that help keep things cool during the hot summer months. The third is for electrically heated homes so that your power bills don't break the bank during those long Canadian winters. Plus, all upgrades, including installation, are completely free of charge. Visit affordabilityfund.org or call 1-855-494-FUND to find out if you qualify.
And welcome back. Thank you very much to Erica, by the way. She was the one that sent in that photo of the lineup at Winners. So thank you very much, Erica, for that. We very much appreciate it. If you have any photos like that, you can actually let us know in the chat, and we will have an email address. You can send it to our producer, and then we can put it up live. So if we're talking about something and you have a photo connected to it, feel free to send it in to us.
Yes. For sure.
Awesome. Also, I want to remind you, Arch, the local hospice, is behind about $25,000 in their fundraising right now. So if you can donate any money to them and help them out, they would greatly appreciate that. And on behalf of Colette and I, we'd like to thank you as well for doing that.
Absolutely.
As we're trying to help them out this week. Okay. Conservative Party leadership.
This is the best story ever.
This is awesome. I don't even need to do anything but read the first 3 paragraphs. Okay, here we go. Pay attention. This is fun.
Drum roll, please.
This is fun. Okay. 4 federal Conservative Party leadership candidates face off against each other for the first time tonight in a race that's been repeatedly upended by the COVID-19 pandemic. Okay, so far so good.
So far so good.
So far so good.
Good lead.
Okay, tonight's debate, being held in French, will be followed by another one tomorrow in English.
Okay, following you so far.
Both taking place in downtown Toronto and live streamed online. None of the 4 candidates, Lewis, McKay, O'Toole, or Sloan, are fluently bilingual. It gets better.
Put that notepad down. It's covering your mouth. There you go.
And then McKay's French is expected to be under the microscope, which is campaign having made several mistakes earlier on in the race that made him the subject of much mockery in Quebec. I can only imagine the mockery tomorrow in Quebec when you have 4 candidates and not a single one is bilingual. Or fluently bilingual.
Yeah.
So this is I want to watch this with the English closed captioning tonight. Because I just want to see what's going to come up on the screen. Like, is someone going to say like, well, and the dresser should be our main point to helping the economy.
So
like what is going to happen with like?
Why are they? Well, first of all, the fact that they're doing their first debate in French over English. Now, I understand Canada as a country has 2 official languages.
Except for the 4 Conservative candidates. I mean, what is going to happen when they go up against Trudeau?
Hang on, that's pulling another point. You're running for a federal leader position, and you don't speak the other official language of this country?
And it's one of the 2 main political parties.
Check yourself.
I mean, you can't win an election in Canada if you don't win seats in Quebec.
No.
Quebec and Ontario have basically half the population of Canada between the 2 of them.
Yeah.
And you need to be winning seats in Ontario and Quebec if you want to form a majority government. So
I wonder what Stephen Harper thinks about all this, because I know it was his initiative to really push everything that's done in English is to be done in French when it's as far as the election and running your campaigns and the debates. Again, though, there's nothing wrong with, obviously, it's great that we're running in both official languages.
French when he ran for leadership.
Yes, he did. That's what I'm saying.
And his French was actually good. People didn't complain about it.
Yes, but he pushed that initiative after saying, look, you know what, this is, you want to be on top, know both official languages. If you want to lead this country,
you need to be able to speak both languages fluently.
Yeah, kind of crazy. Yeah. So, again, tomorrow night will be the English version.
Which will be much less entertaining than tonight if you want to throw on the closed captioning at the bottom and see what they're actually supposedly saying in English.
I wonder if they're... Anyways, just quickly, Chris, sorry to cut you off.
For it.
The original date to pick a new leader was June 27th. That has been pushed back to August 21st, just so you know. So
I heard that they might even get pushed to October.
Yeah. Oh, didn't they usually do that in October? Wasn't it in the past where they would pick the leader of a...
Well, because normally it happens at a convention, and they usually like to have a convention either
thought it was
October
always
or November,
October.
or you like to have your convention in like April-ish.
All right. Well, they didn't swing that by us, so I don't know why they approved it. Anyways, go ahead. What else you got?
Off the record, I've heard that it may even get pushed to October. I cannot confirm or deny that, or say where I found that out.
I may not confirm, nor did I.
But that's also something I've heard floated around conservative circles, and that comes up from very high up in the conservative circles because it's I won't say who, but someone I know very closely.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Inside scoop. What else you got?
Speaking of different things happening, let's talk gap years.
Oh yeah, good convo.
Yes. So gap years, the Canadian Gap Year Association, inquiries into that organization are up 5-fold over last year. The only province, and actually I talked to Romano, our MPP, who's also the education for colleges and university minister. Ontario is the only province actually that has the same amount of people applying and accepting this year as they did last year. Everybody else is down and looking at deferrals. So not only are you going to see less international students in Canada, you could see less domestic students as well. A lot of this has to do with part of university is living in residence, going to crowded lecture theaters, campus clubs, social life, going to the pub, joining sports teams. All of this is gone. A lot of things are just online only, which is essentially a completely different experience than actually going to university.
It's not post-secondary.
It's not. I mean, part of going to university is learning how to live on your own, managing your own time.
Interaction with other people, meeting different people from different parts of the world or province. Yeah,
exactly. You sit in a classroom and there's someone from Britain, there's someone from India, there's someone from China, there's someone from Norway. Like it's that whole experience is being changed. So a lot of students are thinking, I'm going to wait a year because hopefully things will be back to normal next year, where they were before they decide to actually do their degrees. And so universities outside of Ontario are seeing a huge amount of people wanting to defer. And a lot of high school students are saying they did not like learning online to end their high school career before they move on to college or university. And they don't want to do that for college or university, particularly if you're starting in a program and it's something you're going to study for 4 years. They'd like to know their
they want to continue it on and start.
Know the professors. You can go to professors, office hours, and you see your fellow classmates.
For sure. Just on that, actually, Chris, my son is in grade 12. Yeah, he's in grade 12. He is graduating, and unfortunately this year we won't get to be at the big ceremony that we thought, well, we've always kind of hoped he'd be at, so we're just kind of thankful that he's graduating. I'm just kidding, Connor, you're smart. Love you. But you know what Core High School is doing? Next week they're going to come around to the houses of graduates and put signs at the front on the front lawns. And I just want to, as a mom and as a resident of Sault Ste. Marie, I just want to acknowledge and thank that. I think it's an amazing idea, and in this day and age, I think it's super cool. So I'm looking forward to that. We will take pictures and video and share for sure. Again, I'm just happy he's graduating, and he is staying home next year, so I'm happy. I'm happy for that.
Yeah.
And speaking of home, it's home time.
Yes, and tonight, 7 p.m., I'm doing a thing on transportation and travel and also mental health. So check it out at 7 p.m. Check it out at 5 in the news, and we'll see you tomorrow morning at 8 a.m.